Good day, guys. Welcome, by the way. So, and if you are new, you've not subscribed, just click on the subscribe button, like and share. We would be looking at the Euro USD, GBPUSD, and USDJPY for this week. We'll try to predict how the price will move. So make sure you stick to the end to actually get this analysis properly and why we would be taking such trade when you stick from the beginning to the end. Now let's take a look at the Euro USD. Starting with the monthly time frame, that is how we would analyze our pair. So from the monthly time frame down to the down to the 1 hour time frame. So monthly time frame, this is actually a bearish move, as we all can see. The price is going bearish on the monthly time frame. We all see this impulse move downward. A correction was made right on the monthly time frame. Another impulse move. We also this correction again was made. Funny enough, the correction did not break above the previous lower highs. This was the previous lower highs. The correction did not break above it. We add another impulse move here. We add a correction again. The correction still did not break above the previous lower highs. We add another impulse move again. A correction was made. Still did not break above the previous highs. Another correction was made here, right? We add a little bit of a move up, right? I think it's actually tapped the previous highs. It did not break above it to continue to go up. See, this was the highs here. This was the level here. So the price did not break above it. So we had the correction, and guess what? We had a drop. So that is an indication we are still bearish. So once the price does not break above the previous lower highs, then we are still bearish on this USD on the monthly time frame. Now let's take a look at it of this recent move now. Of this recent move, we all can see that we are actually bearish. I think this recent move was since about 2021, around, let's say, possibly, let's see, it was, I think it was this price around June. Let's take it as August. Let's see, it was June. Actually it was June, but let's assume it was since August 2021. So I think it's about a year now. So it's about a year now this our Euro USD has actually been dropping. That is one, coupled with the fact that this price is now below the 10 period moving average. So I mean, the Euro USD has been dropping on the monthly time frame. Now if you have to look at it on this recent move on the monthly time frame, we are below 10 period moving average. Once price is below 10 period moving average, there's only one thing we should look for to actually short this Euro USD. That is it, right? Price is bearish. We are actually on downward on this 10 period moving average. You are bearish. This was an impulse move here. This was a correction. Another impulse move, right? Add another correction. So we are on an impulse move, and guess what? Price has not even given us any correction yet. So do you think we'll be having a correction this anytime soon? Absolutely yes, we would be having a correction anytime soon. But will it be this week? Well, I think no, probably no. We won't be having it this week. Possibly, maybe when the month end, or at the new the first new year, possibly next year, early next year, we're very much likely to be having a pullback. So as of recent, I don't think we'll be having a pullback. So definitely on this monthly time frame, we are bearish, and we will continue to still go bearish. So if you want to trade it on the monthly time frame standpoint, we should look to actually short this Euro USD. Down to the weekly time frame. So I mean, this was the place where we looked at on that monthly time frame. When price actually came here, we saw it on the weekly time frame. It kind of gave us like a double top here. We saw the price rally up, it came down, rally up, failing to break above, and it dropped again. So we would analyze it from this level area here on the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, what can we see here? We are bearish on this weekly time frame, coupled with the fact that price is below 10 period moving average. Again, once price is below 10 period moving average, there's only one thing we should look for to actually short this price. So price is below 10 period moving average, we are to actually look to actually short this. Now I'll tell you on this weekly time frame why we would be shorting it. I'm going short, why we would actually short it. Make sure you get it now. See, we had an impulse move, right? We see that when we having all this correction, the correction was kind of tapping our 10 period moving average, then we see it drop. So we're having this correction, impulse move, a correction we made at the 10 period moving average. Another impulse move was made here. A correction hits our 10 period moving average. Another impulse move, right? We saw this correction came to our 10 period moving average. After the 10 period moving average, we add another impulse move again. See it now, see it this way on this weekly time frame. This impulse move that we just had on recent, we saw it break below this previous lower lows. This was the previous lower lows, right? This was the previous lower high. So I mean, price actually broke above it, which means we are still on a bearish move. Then price came to this level. Guess what? We had the correction again. We saw that the correction that we had came to hit this our 10 period moving average. One, you see that it has given us that repeated movements. Once the price has a correction, it comes to touch our 10 period moving average before we see a drop. We saw it again, this 10 period moving average, a drop. We saw it here again after the 10 period moving average, we got a drop. Now we see it again. We've got into this 10 period moving average, and guess what? We are now on a drop. So this movement was about the week that just passed, which is a closed bearish, right? So if our price can actually give us that drop, what are we expecting next is another bearish move again. So basically this week also we'll be expecting a bearish move. So monthly time frame says we are going bearish, we should actually look to short this. Weekly time frame says we are going bearish, and it has even given us this signal, or the movement. It has come to our 10 period moving average. The week that just passed, it closed bearish. This week too, we are very open to it will close bearish, and it will very much likely see it close bearish this week. So this week we are actually aiming to go bearish. Let's see if you can take out the previous lower lows. Let's see if you can enter the trade from here where we currently are to take it to this previous week, this huge week here, this lowest point. If you can take it there, that should be giving us about 150 pips. We'll be grabbing, at least we'll be grabbing close to 150 pips. Then possibly price will break below it and continue to go downward. But before we expect price to break below it, we very much likely see price come to our previous lower lows. This was the previous lower lows. So our price will first of all come to our previous lows, then we'll break below it. So from this current price to our previous lower lows is close to 150 pips, or possibly 450 pips. After you grab 150 pips, you want to continue to go bearish, then fine, you'll be grabbing more than such. Now down to the daily time frame. See it this way now. You have to zoom it out, by the way. Let's start it from here again. See the daily time frame. You all can see this downward movement, right? The price is actually bearish. It is going down on this daily time frame, so that is an indication we are bearish. If you have to even zoom it out properly, you see that we are actually on a this was just all this one that you are seeing here, all these correction movements you are seeing are actually just correction on the weekly time frame and monthly time frame. But on this daily time frame, this is the full trend, which is actually bearish. So the price is now bearish. Now let's zoom it of this recent move. This was the previous lower lows on the weekly time frame. If you to see it on the weekly time frame, this was the previous lower lows. Then a correction was kind of made around there. We saw the price actually range within this area. If we were following it, we see how we actually trade within this range here. On each candlestick represents a daily move. We actually kind of range within this area when the price was actually ranging. So that is why we draw these lows as our supports, and I also highlighted this level. Now this level would be useful. I want you to actually watch out for it. So now that we added this correction to this level, one way or the other, it's kind of range. Then we saw this huge drop. Guess what? Once we have that drop, when price breaks out from the support and resistance level, is that the price will come back to test that support level. We actually ranging. Price broke below the support level, then we would be seeing a price come to test that support level. If it's actually broke above this resistance level, if it actually broke above the resistance level, then we definitely see price come to test the resistance level. But of this one, it broke below the support level, and guess what, we actually saw the price roll up to test the support level. Now you now see after it has tested this support level, we are now having a drop. So an indication that our daily time frame is also on a bearish move. So daily time frame, we are now bearish. Basically, price range within this area, it broke below our support. So our support, previous support, is now our recent resistance level, if you want to see it that way. So by the way, price came to this area. So price has actually been ranging within this area. So this is now the new support, and this is now the new resistance. So we kind of see it like price is ranging, but on the daily time frame standpoint, if you have to zoom it out, you want to see the trade, we are actually bearish. But as of recent, the price is kind of ranging. After the ranging, right, we'll be seeing it again break below the support level to continue to go bearish. So basically, daily time frame, we are still bearish. So now that the price has come to test our support level, previous support level, we are now going bearish again. We saw this pullback, we saw this retracement level, right? We'll be expecting another drop again once the markets open. So take that drop to this lows here. This huge week you can see here, this low, this week, I think a price below 0.98900. So below it, by the way, if price actually gets to it, we'll possibly see it drop more. So let's see it from here to this our huge week down here. This week we all can see here, that will be giving us about 150 pips we just talked about, right? We talked about it on in our monthly time frame, even our weekly time frame, that we would want to see our price drops to this our lower lows here. This was the week here. So if you zoom it properly on this daily time frame, you will see from this level here to this our week here, it is about 149 pips, which is about 100 close to 150 pips. So we still have 150 pips more drop to have. Weekly time frame, we are expecting 150 pips drop. Daily time frame too is a confirmation we are expecting a drop. So daily time frame, we have to go bearish. Once we see the price actually drop to this support level, then possibly we can break below the support and continue to go bearish. That is if the price will give us that movement. Now let's scroll down to the 4-hour time frame to actually place the trade. Placing the trade is within 4-hour time frame. So let's start it from here. This IS here, you saw this drop, a correction was made here, add another drop, huge impulse move, and guess what, this is on the correction level. Just that on the 4-hour time frame, we are kind of ranging here. So the reason why this is actually a level area we should be aiming for, we saw this price came to this level, we saw it dropped, it rolled up to this level, it gave us a pullback level, it broke out from it. Once the price broke out from it, came close to that level to test it. Now our price has dropped and it's ranging. It is actually ranging within this level again. This is kind of like a pullback on the daily time frame, but it is actually ranging on the 4-hour time frame. So basically, once the price breaks below this support level, which will very much happen this week, it will actually break below it. Once it breaks below it, then we can actually aim to grab the 150 pips, or we can actually short it from here, by the way, if the market's open. So just short it from here, so you can actually grab a lot of profits. By the way, that would be 150 pips. Let's short it and take out this huge steep wick low. That should be giving us from this our current movements to this huge wick here. It's still 149 pips. That is close to 150 pips to grab. So basically, we'll be grabbing more than 100 pips on this Euro USD. Likewise, our 1-hour time frame. So basically, 1-hour time frame, we are still ranging as a pullback level on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame and 1-hour time frame, we are ranging. Take a look at the range move, by the way. So we are still expecting a drop to this support level on the 1-hour time frame. After it's another drop downward. So basically, Euro USD, we are looking to go bearish and we'll be shorting our Euro USD. Now on this GBP USD, starts with the monthly time frame, by the way. So let's zoom it out. Make sure you stick to the end to actually get this analysis properly. Now this monthly time frame, we have to zoom it out. We're actually on a bearish move, by the way. We saw this price is actually bearish on this GBP USD. So this price is actually below, it's actually dropping, by the way. So I mean, we saw this huge impulse move here. The correction was kind of made here. We saw it drop. It came, so basically the correction was actually failing to break above these highs. So I mean, this is it. So the kind of, you saw this correction, by the way. So the correction kind of range within this area here. So it fails to break above and continue to roll up. It fails to do that. It continues to drop, which means we are still on a bearish move. After the drop here, we saw a correction again. And guess what? This correction actually range within this area again. What are we expecting again? Another continuous bearish move. See it this way. We saw the drop here. We add the correction. This correction, the monthly time frame, kind of range within this area here. We saw it wants to come up, it drops, it comes up, it drops, it comes up, it drops. Then we saw another huge drop again. Guess what? The correction actually came to range again within this area, this level area. Once it comes to this level, it drops, it comes to this level. And what are we expecting again? Another huge drop downward again on this GBPUSD. So basically, monthly time frame, we are bearish, as we all can see it, by the way, and we are expecting another drop again on this GBPUSD. So GBPUSD would actually be dropping on our monthly time frame. Now it's of this recent move, by the way. Let's start with this recent move. You all can see the movement downward, which is bearish one, coupled with the fact that the price is below the 10 period moving average. So once price is below 10 period moving average, we are waiting for one thing or expecting one thing, price to continue to go bearish, by the way. So this GBPUSD, we are expecting price to go bearish, so we should look for a way to short it. And this is, we are actually seeing some kind of impulse movement downward. A correction was made. We saw the impulse movement, correction. Let's take it from here. This impulse movement from here, correction. We saw this huge impulse movement, a little bit of a correction, this green, kind of this green, an impulse move, a little bit of a correction, an impulse move again. So basically it has actually been dropping. Now see this level again. So basically price was actually ranging with this level, which I highlighted as our resistance upward and support. So basically anytime price comes to this resistance level, we tend to see it drop to our support level, then it rose up again to our resistance level, and again we tend to see it drop to our support level, right? So once it gets our support level, we are expecting it to roll up again, right? That is exactly what to be expecting. But basically see it this way, price has actually broken below the support level. Now see it, this is the wick here. This is the huge wick I will be highlighting here, by the way. So I've just highlighted this wick here. This is the lowest wick here. Let's see it here. So this wick here did not get to this, mark, this green mark that I just highlighted here, but this wick actually got to the green line. Now guess what? This is where we currently are now. But if you have to zoom it up again, we add another huge wick which has just broken below this line, which is an indication that we are now on a bearish move on this GBP USD. So GBP USD has actually broken the previous wick line, which means we are still on a drop, and we're very much likely to get another drop before we see a correction. So monthly time frame, we are bearish. Now weekly time frame, let's see, it would want to continue to go bearish. That this is the recent move will be highlighting. Weekly time frame, we are bearish, by the way, coupled with the fact that price is now below the 10 period moving average. See it from here, price is below the 10 period moving average, right? So on this GBP USD, we are actually bearish on our GBP USD price below the 10 period moving average. Now let's see it this way. There was an impulse move here, correction was made, another impulse move, breaking below the previous lows, broke below this previous lows, we had a correction hitting our 10 period moving average, another impulse move. Guess what, right? It broke above, below the previous lower lows here. This was the previous lowest lows, price broke below it, and guess what? We should be expecting an impulse move again, right? But we kind of had that impulse, we kind of had that correction movement. So the correction movement kind of came to this level here, weak, and we saw another drop again. So is the correction over? Well, I don't know, I don't think so. But if in case we have another correction, then definitely we'll see correction onto this level and another drop again. So GBP USD So GBPUSD, by the way, would continue to go bearish on our GBPUSD. So this was the previous this was the correction level, so we'll be expecting price to drop again. So if in case we have a correction, then we should not see it break above this level here, then after the correction a drop again. Now to actually get more of this, we'll go down to the daily time frame. Let's start it from here. So this was actually a bearish move where a correction was made, another impulse move which is bearish. The correction was made, we saw this impulse move again, we had this huge correction, came to this level here. So what are we expecting again? And a bearish move, which is after you just got it. So they basically, we saw that this price now, if you have to zoom it out, this price, this huge price, this was the previous low here, this is the week here. So drag this line, so our price has broken below it. This is why we have this huge week. So this is an indication that we are now on a bearish move. We won't be having any pullback level again, since our price has actually given us this huge week, which actually broke below the previous huge week on this daily time frame. We are now bearish, and we don't think we'll be expecting a pullback anytime soon again. By the way, when we add this pullback, the pullback even broke above the 10-period moving average. Instead of it to tap the 10-period moving average and drop the way it was doing the previous time, it broke above it, and now we've had this drop. So basically, we won't be expecting any pullback anytime soon on this GBPUSD. So we should be expecting to go bearish on this GBPUSD. We've actually broken below it, by the way, see the huge week. So to actually enter this trade, we would roll down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is frame to, possibly time frame to actually enter this trade. So what can we see here on this 4-hour time frame? We saw it, we are actually on a bearish move. This was an impulse move here, a correction, another impulse move, right? So we are getting a correction on this 4-hour time frame. So basically, once the correction is over on this 4-hour time frame, we will be expecting another drop again. So we are on this 4-hour time frame to place a trade. We are still on a correction mode. So let's see if the correction will actually roll up here. We actually roll up to this previous level. Once we had this pullback at this level here, let's see if the correction will roll to that level again. Once the correction roll to that level, then we'll be getting a drop on the 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame, we are still expected to go bearish, and we should look for a way to go bearish. But of recent, currently we are on a correction level. After the correction level is over, then we can actually look to short this. And let's continue to go like that. And 1-hour time frame, we are still on a bearish move, by the way. So 1-hour time frame, see this huge fall, a correction, huge fall again. We'll be having a little sit, by the way, huge drop, a correction, huge drop, a correction. Yeah, let's see if the correction will actually get to this level here. So we are expecting the correction to actually roll up. I think we still have a little bit of 50 pips small movement upward to give us that correction. After the 50 pips roll up, then another huge drop again we'll be expecting on this GBPUSD. Now let's see, the last one we'll be looking at for the day is our USDJPY. Make sure you also stick to the end to actually get this analysis properly. On this USDJPY, starting with the monthly time frame, we all can zoom out. We are actually on a bullish move, right? See it, price is actually rolling up. One, secondly, price is above the 10-period moving average. You all know that once price is above 10-period moving average, only one thing you should look for it is actually to go long, to go bullish with it. So price is actually on above 10-period moving average. On the monthly time frame standpoint, if you want to look for a way to trade on the monthly time frame standpoint, then you have to go bullish with it. Now see it this way, an impulse move, a little bit of a correction here, a huge impulse move here. Let's take it properly where we can see this good impulse move. So a correction was made here. You saw this impulse move, right? A correction was made here. Another impulse move again. Right on this monthly time frame, there's one thing that I know for sure is that we will be having a correction on our monthly time frame. But are we going to be having it this week? Which is absolutely, I don't think so. Are we going to be having it this month or next month? I don't think so. But one thing I know is that our USD will continue to roll bullish, will continue to go bullish, possibly to this month, to this year end. We're very much likely to continue to go bullish on this USD, by the way. So I mean, we will be having a correction on the monthly time frame, but I don't think we'll be having it anytime soon. So monthly time frame, we are still bullish. You can see the trend up, which is a bullish move, coupled with the fact that the price is above the 10-period moving average. And if you add any other indicator and everything to see, we are actually bullish, by the way. So that is it. Let's roll down to the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame again, one, price is above the 10-period moving average, and secondly, our price is actually giving us that impulse move, by the way. You saw this was around 2021 year. We saw this small wick. On this weekly time frame, there's no huge movements, no good amount of candlestick movements. It was not really moving well. It was of this recent, about 2022, we started having this huge wick on this weekly time frame, which means our price is now going strong, bullish strong. We saw it here, this huge good candlestick here, impulse move, a correction, impulse move, a correction. Right now we are on an impulse move. Guess what? This impulse move actually broke above the previous higher low, higher highs. This was the previous higher highs here, so we had a correction, which was the higher lows. Now we had another higher highs, which broke above the previous higher highs. So we confirmation, we are still bullish, and we should actually look for a bullish move. But now on this weekly time frame, I want to actually get something possibly. So we would highlight here. So this is a week here, right? Price actually got to this level, so I wanted to actually pay attention properly. So price actually got to this week, we saw a drop. So the next week, the other week that just closed, this week that just closed, we saw its price open bullish. It came to that week again and it kind of dropped. So basically, we are kind of ranging within this area here. We would see properly on the daily time frame or 4-hour time frame. We are kind of ranging within this area. What we are expecting the price to actually break above this previous highs here. This is the previous highs here that I'm just talking about. This is the previous highs, right? So we are expecting the price to actually break above it. But of recent, we are still kind of ranging within it. So actually watch out for it this week. It possibly might give us that same move this week, by the way. So if the price break above the previous highs, then we can actually go long. Now see it now, daily time frame that we just talked about, that I just highlighted. This was the previous highs here. Price came down. Price actually got to this week highs here, and it is giving us that drop. So basically, we might see this drop to this level again, and kind of see it roll up again to this level, and kind of see it come. It's might probably range within this area this week. So watch out for it. Except price breaks above this previous highs. This is the previous highs we'll be looking at. So except price breaks above this previous highs, then we can continue to go long with it. If not, this our USDJPY might possibly give us this ranging market move. But I believe that our price will break above this previous highs, because if you have to see it this way, on this our JPY index, we will see our JPY index, see this way, daily time frame, full trend bearish, right? Price has actually been going bearish. Now we saw it come to this level, it pushes up, it comes to this level again, this is our lows, it pushes up, it comes to this level again. So I kind of highlighted here as our resistance up, and this place as our support, right? So anytime price comes to our support, it pushes up to our resistance. Now price has broken below the support level, right? Once price break below the support level, we tend to see price roll up again to test that support level. So basically now we are seeing that our price is actually rolling up to test the support level, which that is why we are having this drop on this our USD. So once this JPY index, which is our JPY pace, is pushing up, JPY and USD will actually be dropping. So basically once our price touches this our support level that I'm just talking about, then we'll see our JPY index drop again. So once this JPY index drop, then I can assure you that JPY, our USD, will start rolling up. So basically once the USD is rolling up, then JPY is dropping. So if possibly price breaks above this previous highs, then we can actually go long. If not, we might see our USD kind of come down to this level, this our support level, and again kind of pushes up. So basically if it comes to this our support level, you can enter to go long to this highs here. So if you can come to this support level, then you can enter to go highs here. That is about 300 plus pips on this USDJPY, which is fine. So wait for it to come to this level here, this support level, then you can actually go long. Now to actually place this trade, we'll go to the 4-hour time frame. So this is, it's kind of ranging within this area. Let's see if it will drop to this 4-hour time frame, then we can go long again and take out this ice. So basically we would want to range with it like on this our 4-hour time frame, except the price break above this ice, then we can go long. If not, we're very much likely to range within this area. So that is my analysis for the week.